Whenever Islamabad's security apparatus tumbles, New Delhi gets the blame. It is the oldest, most predictable script in Pakistan's playbook. Hello and welcome to Newsx. I'm Kashish Dhawan. The volatile province of Balochistan once again erupted into violence, sending shockwaves straight to the top of Pakistan's military leadership. Following a devastating coordinated bombing by the Balochistan Liberation Army or the BLA, which targeted security personnel aboard the Jaffar Express, the narrative coming out of the establishment has taken a very familiar turn. During a high-profile visit to troops stationed in Zob and Quetta, Pakistan's newly elevated Field Marshal and Chief of Defence Forces Asim Munir pointed the finger directly across the border. Munir accused India of prompting and sponsoring terrorism inside Pakistan, claiming that external actors are fueling the local insurgency and even going so far to use the term Fitna al-Hindustan to describe these alleged networks. But why this sudden sharp escalation in rhetoric? Exclusive intelligence reports obtained by sources reveal that this aggressive posture is not a sign of strength, but a calculated diversion. It is an attempt to deflect attention from massive internal security failures, rising insurgent violence, and a toxic mix of pressure from Beijing and collapsing troop morale. Let's look at the first major pressure point, Beijing. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or CPEC is Pakistan's economic lifeline, but it is currently under siege. Sources indicate that Chinese authorities have expressed profound dissatisfaction over Islamabad's chronic inability to secure Chinese investments and personnel, especially in the strategic Gwadar area. And with repeated attacks specifically targeting Chinese nationals, several multi-million deals, infrastructure projects have slowed down or they have been completely stalled. Now see, as per reports, Field Marshal Asim Munir's sudden heavily publicized visits to Balochistan weren't just to comfort his troops. They were a desperate attempt to reassure Chinese officials project control and save future Chinese investments from drying up completely. Now this brings us to the second pressure point, which runs even deeper: the internal decay of frontline military morale. Despite official PR statements praising operational readiness, intelligence sources paint a grim picture of what is actually happening on the ground. Morale among mid-level officers and frontline troops has reportedly hit its lowest point in history. According to a top intelligence report, troops on the western frontier feel trapped between relentless BLA ambush operations and a hostile local population that completely resists heavy-handed military tactics. Now, this widespread fatigue across both the army and local law enforcement highlights a stark irony. It comes at an exact moment Asim Munir has consolidated absolute authority through sweeping constitutional changes, elevating himself to Field Marshal. Yet, despite holding ultimate power at the top, his leadership appears to be completely helpless against a localized insurgency on the ground. And let me be honest, Pakistan's establishment has a favorite time-tested strategy for every single crisis. If the economy fails, blame India. If the electricity grid goes dark, blame India. If their own frontline troops are exhausted and infrastructure projects are stalling because of local security failures, you guessed it, blame India. It seems the only thing functioning with absolute efficiency in Islamabad right now is the propaganda machine. Field Marshal Asim Munir may have successfully awarded himself grand titles, lifetime privileges, and absolute constitutional power. But unfortunately for him, a 5-star rank cannot buy you actual strategy. You can rewrite your country's constitution to make yourself an unassailable military supreme leader. But you cannot rewrite the reality. And reality is simple. Until Islamabad stops looking across the border for a convenient scapegoat and starts looking in the mirror its internal security will continue to burn, and its foreign investors, they will continue to pack their bags. After all, Beijing wants returns on their investments and not another press release about Fitna al-Hindustan. Thank you for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.